takeaways that I've learned in the CMO Academy is that one, in the financial realm, we really need to have an efficient use of resources. As we move forward in the future with decrease in revenue, we're going to have to be more frugal and more prudent in how we use our resources. And then the second takeaway that I have is physician engagement is going to be crucial as we move forward in this new healthcare era.
Some of the key takeaways that I've learned through the CMO Academy are that organizationally we need to align the incentives of our hospitals and our physicians. And historically there's not been the need to do so. The Academy has helped me to appreciate many of the subtleties in these different perspectives to help me better understand how to approach our organizational goals.
Well, I think the lessons that I learned are very personal. There's a lot of table work where we work with one another during the course to reinforce the lessons we've learned, and we can actually feel the difference in how we respond to those around us when dealing with issues around us.
The most valuable thing that I've learned in this is that teamwork is so important. The exercises have been wonderful and has taught me that teamwork is going to be the key, and the value of the team and how we can work together as a team and how everyone brings something to the table. Because as physicians we tend to work alone, but the exercises really work to show me that teamwork is crucial.
So I'm going to march into our CEO's office Monday morning and have some good conversation. In all seriousness, I'm going to start to look at the relationship and the interaction with the physicians in my peer group and start to utilize some of these skills in a daily format. I think one of my charges walking away from this is the obligation is now on me to start to embrace and lead my peer group into this sort of brave new world. Had I not come, I would not have that appreciation and understanding for what it's going to take to lead us there.
I think this course is really good at enforcing some of the common sense lessons that we learn by the School of Hard Knocks, and some of the things that are more rigid, more defined items that we need to know as CMO. It presents those in a very understandable way, easy to take home and put into work at your organization.
I will implement those lessons by first making a list of everything, going through my notes and making a list of everything that I've learned. We have heard so much valuable information that we could take away everything, but we know we can't use everything, and there are some things that are valuable for my organization. So what I'll do is I'll make a list on my way home. That's going to be my downtime, to make a list on my way home of the things that I've learned, and take that list, narrow it down to what's important to my organization, and then when I get home, start to implement those things.
Boy, to answer the most valuable thing I've heard during the course is a difficult one, because there truly is so much information that you're presented with. I think I've walked away with an appreciation for group dynamic and the importance of team building. It's a skill that as physicians, we're not necessarily trained along the way to understand how to work as teams. We pride ourselves in our independence and our autonomy, but at the end of the day, it's a skill set that takes it takes understanding, it takes practice, and it takes time. And in the conference, I've gained considerable resources to start to build that skill set.
For me, as a CMO, as a new CMO in my position, it has demystified the position. I now realize that I can go back home and do the things that I didn't know I should have been doing. But the second thing for those seasoned CMOs is I think it clarifies what we're doing and why we're doing it. It really helped to connect back to the why of why we're in healthcare and why we've moved to this administrative role, because as leaders, we are going to be able to influence the future.
This is my second time back. I've been continually impressed with the caliber of presenters that are brought to this group. They're seasoned professionals from various trades that bring tremendous perspective into many of the different elements of what we need to know in healthcare. So if anything I'd share with my colleagues is this will open your eyes to a whole new world, a whole new perspective, and at the same time start to narrow down and frame what the task at hand really is.
I think this has been a good course because it's a great review for those of us who have experience as a CMO. It's also a great starter for those who are aspiring to be CMOs or maybe new in their position who might need some help with the language and the culture that we work in as CMOs.